Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness?
When you look beyond the darkness, tell me, what do you see? It's your boy T-I-N-Y to the P. Yeah, he's looking for trouble here on twitch.tv with Crash or Jade or Spyro or Leon Kennedy. Is there a new game to start? Is he doing some art? Maybe knowledge of an 80s children's show to impart? Cause he's splendiferous, vigorous, rigorous. He's damn vociferous, and arting or Mario Karting, he's straight carnivorous. Tiny Peter. Tiny Peter.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
With a great rate of save states debating his fate, Peter's greeted by emote of cheaters when people donate. Give him a or a and we'll build up the hype, and I'll struggle to read half the words that you type. So are you ready to go? Come on, what will it be? Are we gaming or painting or watching dated kids TV? Grab a bite, crack a slide, dim the lights, sit tight cause the stream's about to start and the mics sound right, boy. Tiny Peter. Tiny Peter.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Boy.
Stop.
Twerk! Hold on, everyone! Oh!
Right.
I added more poo to the poo.
So you start. It's like Play-Doh.
Hello everyone and welcome to a live stream with me, Tiny Peter. I'm here to play some Crash Bandicoot today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's time for your boy Tiny Peter Rostin. Hello TP.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How was your weekend?
Good.
It's Monday, my dude.
True.
Hope you are having an amazing day.
Thanks. Thank you, Stephen, for the bits there and the kind words. I did indeed have a very nice weekend, and I'm really looking forward to playing some Crash Bandicoot today. Some more Crash Bandicoot. I don't want to say promise. I didn't promise. I very specifically did not promise last week that I would be playing Atomfall this week. It is Atomfall week now, and I'm very excited about it. And I was hoping...
Extra bits because Tiny Peter Rostin is awesome.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, you're awesome too for giving those extra bits. It's very kind of you. Thank you for both 100 bits there, Stephen. I did sort of hope to play Atomfall this week on stream. I will certainly be playing Atomfall this week in the comfort of my... Well, I am in the comfort of my own home right now, but in the comfort of my own time. But I didn't end up biting on the early special edition copy, whatever it was called, to get early access, because you can now play it as of today if you did the special pre-order, and I assume you can probably just buy it now anytime between now and launch and you still get that early access. I don't think it had to be a pre-order thing. Maybe it did, I don't know. But I thought, well, I'm not gonna spend the money for 3 days early access, and I thought maybe we might get sent a review copy for the early day. We've certainly not had one yet. We may still get one before a release date, or we might not get one at all. I don't know. You don't always get one from these from the relevant PR company, but in any case, I'll be playing it this week in my own time, and we will stream it next week. That's a guarantee from me, unless my head falls off or something between now and then. But in terms of choice of game, if I'm streaming next week, I will indeed bring you a bit of Atomfall. So hey, don't play too much of it between now and then, because you'll spoil your appetite. I potentially I was looking at maybe doing a little swapsy the streaming schedule, and either streaming on Wednesday when Ashton is not here anyway because she's on holiday, or maybe even swapping with James and streaming on Friday. And I thought, later in the week might be the best time to stream Atomfall, but I can't actually do those swaps anyway because I'm not free those evenings. So that's the long version of why we're not playing Atomfall today. But instead, we're going to play some more Crash Bandicoot because people seemed very pleased that I was playing some Crash Bandicoot last week. I kind of felt like people are going to be a bit cross that I'm playing a game I've definitely streamed multiple times before in one way or another. But it seemed to go down pretty well. So I've done what I did last time I streamed the PS1 Crash trilogy, which is skip Crash 2. Not because it's a bad game, but it's my least favourite. And if I had 3 weeks to play with before Atomfall, I would have played Crash 2 this week and Crash 3 next week. I would have played them in order. It's not so bad that I refuse to play it full stop. But I only have this week before next week's Atomfall, and this Crash thing was always meant to be a what do we do in the gap between now and Atomfall. So that is why I'm choosing to play Crash Warped this week, because I've only got 1 slot left, so it may as well be for my favourite of the 3. So that's what we're going to do today. And you know what? I'm going to set a proper 2-hour timer once we start, so I'm going to start imminently if I can. And I'm going to actually be a try-hard today, and I'm going to try and... Hush, phone, hush. I'm going to try to actually do a bit of a speed run with 0 preparation and not knowing any of the skills, like a glitchless speed run, any percent. And I'm going to see if, like last week, I tried to finish the game in 2 hours. And, I kind of messed around a little bit, and I stopped to grab every crate, which I didn't need to do, and I was chatting about various things. I think if this time round I do actively try and finish it quickly and don't stop for all the crates necessarily. I don't know, is that a less fun way to play it? Because then we're not, having the full experience. There's some interesting crate puzzles and things in that game. So I don't know. But maybe we will flip the crates, as Cooley Wooly says in the chat, and I'll try and actually do an any percent completion within a 2-hour time limit. And so you can bet your money again, or bet your Twitch points, not your real money. But with in the back of your mind knowing that I'm actually going to try quite hard this week, does that change things for you? I don't know. Anyway, any Crash 3 art books? I mean, I've still got the art book, and I think it might still have some. It might have some Crash 3 character designs in it. I won't get the art book out. Thank you to Timmy Whiff for subscribing for 35 months on a 35-month streak. I've been off ill for a week with some kind of virus, but it's finally improving. Maybe the cure is some Crash with TP. Well, I hope it's the cure, Timmy Whiff. I'm sorry to hear that you've not been well, but I hope you're doing all right now. I hope you are starting to improve. The mods are straight in. The prediction poll is available. Will I do it? Or hang on, it just flashed on my screen, but it's gone now. Oh, I'm fixing it. Hang on, I was going to say it was there and now it's vanished. But yes, will I complete Crash 3 any percent within a full 2-hour time limit? I'll set a timer on my phone. We'll find out. Alien Sweathands has subscribed via Prime for 23 months on a 23-month streak, nearly 2 years. Goodness me! Thank you very much, Alien Sweathands. And they say, "Whoa!" in a true Crash way. Yeah, Ashton's on holiday. Can you believe it? She seems to be having a great time from what little I've seen on social media. I've not been with it in terms of following Instagram stories. I don't open the Instagram app very often these days, and I should do because I bet she's posting a lot on there. But I have seen a little bit on Twitter, and she seems to be having a wonderful time, so that's nice. Alt Evolution subscribed via Prime for 62 months on a 62-month streak. That's a really long time. Thank you, Alt Evolutions, for being with us for all that time. That's wonderful. It's wonderful stuff. Yes, we're gonna see how we get on. Duo Goliath as well, subscribing for 60 months. Congratulations on 60 months. That's I was gonna say it's 12 years. Because of 12 months in a year. Everyone give Duo Goliath a round of applause for being subbed for 12 years. It's amazing. We haven't even been going that long, but somehow Duo Goliath in there. 12 years. Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Duo Goliath. I wonder if she's met Pikachu yet. I don't know. Yeah, maybe she has. Right, well, People are voting mostly no on this occasion. I wonder why that is. So we'll see how we get on. But I'm going to boot up the game now. And once I press go, we'll see what happens. Right, let me pull up a timer.
Sony Computer Entertainment Europe presents
SCE.
a Universal Interactive Studios production.
Yeah, I know.
A game created and developed by Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog. We like them. Okay.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
That's a 2-hour timer. Try and get my finger on the go button.
Press start to begin.
Okay, I'm just gonna... 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it's ticking. So let's see how we get on. I'm gonna skip cutscenes and everything. Oh, I can't. Triangle. Triangle did it. Well, immediately, as a speedrunner, I've lost some valuable seconds there mashing the start button. Can't sprint yet. In fact, you can't sprint until the end of the game, so that's going to be useless to us. Hey, I feel... I don't know about confident, but I'm intrigued. I have no idea how long... I mean, can someone find out what the any % world record is? It's probably like 30 minutes or something. No, what am I doing? I'm stopping for fruit. So obviously it might cost us lives to not be gathering one per fruit, but I mean we will gather a bit of fruit as we go, just because it's in my way. I'll do a bit of that, I suppose, and there will be lives on the way which we'll grab. But also, if you game over in this game, it just means that you just spawn back in with 4 lives again. It does mean that you miss a little bit of it'll cost you time because you have to start a level again. So it will be bad if that happens, but Crystal, can't forget that. We need that. So the story is that an evil mask, not like my good mask that's following me right now, an evil mask has been released from a tomb, a prison, because Cortex's space satellite crashed into it. And he's actually Cortex's boss. He's been imprisoned in there all this time. And he's now Cortex and the evil mask Uka Uka and their respective minions are traveling through time to collect crystals that will power their evil super weapons. Hey, this could be really good, or it could be terrible. There are 25 levels to complete. Has anyone looked at 43 minutes is the world record. Well, okay, as long as I'm... No, what am I... Stop! Ignore the fruit! The muscle memory, or not even muscle memory as such, but just the compulsion to break boxes is powerful. Okay. It means I'm not going to be as attentive to the chat, actually. I mean, there'll be some levels where I don't have to worry so much, but 45 levels, so 1 minute per level. There's not 45 levels. It's 25 levels. I mean, there's some bonus ones as well, but I'm only playing the vanilla ones. I won't have to go to the special bonus walkthrough. Is the game a bit loud? Definitely some of the sound effects sound a bit crunchy, but that's not necessarily... That's fine, it took a hit for me. It is pretty loud, yeah. Okay, I'll turn it down a bit. It seems a bit loud to me. Where's my mouse? There we go. Okay. How's that? Pup Wheelie subscribed for 16 months on a 59-month streak on a playthrough of one of my favourite games. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you're enjoying, hopefully enjoying this. Hopefully I'm not butchering your favourite game. Tied author Dan. It's not really a bad time to read subscriptions when I'm on a level where I can't even stop moving. But hey, look at me charging. I'm using the charge button. No! Okay. Tidy author Dan. Hope everyone is well on this fine day. Yes, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. Right, let's not miss this crystal because you can actually miss that sometimes if you're not careful. You charge through those barrels if you are charging. Otherwise they will hurt you. And that is the end of Orient Express. Easy. So, Pup Willie and Tide Author Dan, thank you both for subscribing. Tide Author Dan on 62 months, on a 61-month streak. That's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. You'll need to speak up. 4.8 minutes per level. Oh man, okay. Well, how are we doing? Okay, I'm only 8 minutes in and I've done 3 levels. I think we're on. We're on for a... Oh, but there's also boss fights. There's 5 boss fights to do. We'll have to see. There's a couple of levels as well that I'm not very good at all. Plane levels. Not that good at the driving ones either, but I guess if I'm not having to go for all the boxes or anything like that, hopefully won't take me more than a couple of tries on the motorbike ones, but we'll see. Yes, Tiny Tiger. Uka Uka and Cortex tell Tiny to gather crystals and take them to Gladiator Arena in Rome. Crash, give the crystals to Tiny or Crash get crushed, is approximately what is said there. You know, I feel like you need to experience the cutscenes, and I can provide those to you with my excellent renditions. Boing. So this is where a gem would be, that weird, like, wireframe red thing. If we had the red gem, we'd be able to ride it like a platform. There are bonus levels in these levels on those platforms there, but we won't be doing them because they'll cost us precious time. Oh, panic there. It's a real panic moment. Right. No, Peter, ignore the boxes. Stop it. Just because you made them magically appear doesn't mean they're any more worthwhile breaking. There are a couple of bonus levels as well that aren't in the secret walkroom. One of them is accessed. I don't think in this level. It might be this one actually, or one of the other dinosaur chase levels where, while you're getting chased, if you let a specific pterodactyl, or pterodactyl as it's pronounced in the scientific world, carry you away, it actually takes you off to a special secret level where you get to ride around on a little dinosaur. It's cool. Making waves. It's another Coco level. There's a lot of new exciting stuff in Crash 3. Namely playing as Coco. You couldn't do that. Get used to this engine noise, because I'll be hearing it for a while. Or a lot. Let me know if the game is still too loud. And I can turn it down further. Hopefully it's better. I mean, this is probably not the best level to judge whether the game is generally too loud. This level is just a bit loud anyway, but... You know, if the previous one, for example, seemed a bit loud. Oh, don't let them get you. Okay. Oh, that was a checkpoint. I probably should have grabbed that, but... Oh, I really should have grabbed that. I need to be extra careful now until the next checkpoint. Not even sure if there is another one. There probably is, or maybe not. There's the crystal. Okay, no, we'll be all right. Everything will be fine. Nobody panic. Nobody. I said nobody. Guys, why are you panicking? Oh! No! Oh, there's a checkpoint. Okay, I got it. Oh God. Hey, maybe I should pack it all in and become a Crash speedrunner, because look how good I am. Am I right, guys? I've only died once, I think. Just jumped down a pit in Orient Express. Hey, we made it. I wouldn't want to be an 100% speedrunner. That would suck. Having to grab boxes, all the boxes along the way. Right. Good job none of us panicked, right? Hey, that's Warp Room 1 done. What am I going to do if I accidentally finish this like an hour and 20 or an hour into the stream? I don't know what I'm going to do. Backtrack and get some gems. Oh, there he is. Crash 2. I mean, I don't have it downloaded, but probably could do, yeah. Shall I cheese it? With the lions? I think it's here, but I could be wrong. Yeah, if you stand in this exact spot and run into the wall, the lions can't get you. Hacks. That's a speedrun strat. No, it's not. It doesn't aid you in the time of this level at all. This is an auto-scroller, as they call it in the business. So normally this is what you have to do, obviously, like dodge the lions. You can spin them as well, but... Yeah, if you stand in that exact spot, they can't get you. And I say cheese it because if you do stand in that spot in the Insane trilogy, it still works. They left it in, so you can't get hit if you're doing that. But all the audience will throw cheese at you. And actually, the cheese has collision. And if you get hit by a cheese in just the right way, it can move you just a couple of pixels. And that can cause you to actually get eaten by a lion. So that's a fun little thing. Well done, children. Or something. This boss fight copied the boss fight against Hercules in God of War 3. Did it? Okay, that's one warp room done. How are we doing for time? 1 minute 47. 1 hour 47 left to go. So we're well on track for 5 minutes a level, aren't we? I'm going to do it, guys. And some of you bet against me. I say I'm going to do it. The game is going to get a lot harder as we go. So... Do-ba-do-do-do. Okay. Oh, steady now. Okay. Let's grab this life. Oh, well, I broke it. I didn't get it. There's one. Oh, didn't see that. I forgot that I can slide jump now to get some extra jump height. That might be useful. I don't think I've ever noticed that these boys have a little N on their shirt, on their tunic. The spinny sword boys. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, we've unlocked a super body slam now, which we won't really be using very much because it's quite a slow thing. I'm sure there'll be a few spots where it's worth doing, but I don't imagine it's usually an integral piece of gameplay in the any percent speedrunning community. I could be wrong though. What would have got? Okay, cool. In the demo of this game that was available on Demo 1, the disc that came with your PlayStation, those wizards, you could one-shot them. If you spun them, they went, "Huh!" and then just a hat was left over. But they take 2 hits in the final build of the game. Their beard falls off. Punch his beard off! And, come on, let's... Oh, and, they start attacking you again. Oh, that was a bit close. A bit tasty. A bit tasty, wasn't it? Delicious. That's a very enjoyable little addition. What the slidey high jumps, it is really handy. And actually, once we defeated Dingo Dial, the boss of this little section of the world, we can just do a 2/3 of a triple jump just by double tapping or triple tapping the X button. Oh, steady now. Careful. Oh no! It's something. Those carpets. Definitely, whenever you try and climb them quickly, it always takes you twice as long as it would have taken you if you just tried to climb them casually. Oh no, it's not going well. Hey guys, everyone who bet no, you're back on. I'm suddenly bad. Right, those guys, if you slide into them, you kill them instantly. If you hit them with your rhythm stick / your spin attack, this happens. And then you have to get them again. So, you know, it's all going to be useful tactics. Don't like these guys because it can be difficult to get close enough to them to spin them without them actually just killing you. So there's a bonus down there, which we're not going to do. Oh no, I tried to do a 2/3 of a triple jump, which I can't yet do. Oh, and it set me back. It set me back. Oh, the cheese pelting you meant, yeah. Keeping in the glitch, but making you work for it. Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I love it when games do that. They also included what's called the glitched high jump. No, I nearly did it again. Which is that. If you do a slide jump, well, I think you can do a glitched high jump without slide jumping actually, but the traditional way of doing it to get the maximum height is a slide jump like that. Oh no! That's not even me trying to demonstrate and like messing around. I'm just trying to get past this guy. Let's just wait till he turns around. Okay. So, usual jump height is this. Slide jump is higher, like that. And if you spin on your way up, you go even higher. And it's considered to be a glitch. There, like that. With a vertical spin, you get even more height out of it. And you can combine it with the 2/3 of a triple jump that you get from Dingo Dial. So you can really combine in interesting ways some of the... Oh no, here we go. This could take me more than one attempt. No checkpoints in this, you just have to do the race and hope that you come first. And if you don't, starting again. But yeah, you can combine it all together and get some really good height out of it. And although it was not, I don't think it was ever intended as a mechanic in, or certainly when it. So you could do it in Crash 2 as well. I think that's where it first became doable. And I'm pretty sure that in Crash 2 it was not really meant to be in there. It was just kind of an artifact of the way that their sort of engine worked or whatever. You can do it in Crash 3, and again, I don't know if that was because, you know, it was still just something that was kind of a holdover from the previous game, or if it was intentionally left in at that point. But certainly, by the time the Insane Trilogy came around and they were kind of rebuilding the game from the ground up, they had the opportunity to remove it entirely, and they didn't. They actually left it in. So you can do the glitched high jump in the Insane Trilogy. Okay, that one was pretty easy, but there's one more legit, or maybe two more legit motorcycle levels, and there's a secret one as well, which we won't be doing today. Or we might do after, if I've got loads of time left, when I absolutely ace this speed run, right? Then we might have time to do some of the secret levels. But didn't go down. As a person who's been to the Middle East, this is exactly how it is. Yeah? It's a perfect recreation. Have you been to Egypt? Is this how Egypt is? Have you been to an American road where people ride motorbikes? And was it just like that? Oh, steady. Steady now. Oh, you can get some big speed on the oil slick. But, you know, it can cost you. Whoops. Trying to be clever. This guy's a bit tricky. I always get clipped by his flamethrower. No! Oh, I thought it wasn't going to open. Little branching path there. If you go left, then the door opens if you've got the pink gem. It's essentially just a gem platform, but they just thought, hey, rather than a platform, we'll have a door that only opens if you've got the gems. The gem becomes a key rather than a platform, which is just a nice... Whoops! Nice little way of changing it up. No! Peter, I can attest it was exactly like that on a US road. Down to a Bandicoot riding a motorbike. Just had a sip of my drink. Is that allowed? Could cost you your precious points, that sip. Now, obviously, this game has time trials in it. Once you revisit a level, you can grab a little clock at the level entrance, and then you have to, you know, make your way through the level as fast as possible. So that is partly why I seemingly have at least a vague idea of how to do some of these levels quickly, because it's actually built into the game. You don't have to be someone who's into speedrunning to have attempted to complete some levels in Crash Bandicoot quickly, because it's an integral part of 100%ing the game. So in some ways, I know what I'm doing here, even not from a speedrunner's perspective, but from a casual player's perspective, really, or a semi-casual, a 100%er kind of player. See, you go too fast and you'll hit stuff that normally you would not have a problem with. If you go at the normal speed, all those obstacles are lined up so that they're far more dodgeable. Can't believe I missed the point betting. Let's put wheelie. Oh man, well. See, if people had their chance now, I feel a few more people would go for... So what I've done really, 2 weeks in a row, is sort of let you all down. I mean, it was worse last week when, you know, you guys had confidence in me, and that really was letting you down, but this week, potentially, I'm going to cost you all your points again by being good at a game. I honestly, before I started this run, I could not have told you whether it was going to be doable. I had no point of reference, and even if I had looked up what the typical speed run is, you know, 40 minutes or whatever it is, or that's the record, sorry, not a typical speed run, then I still wouldn't have known how that would line up with me. I mean, as you can see, the game is getting a bit harder now, so you're all still in with a chance. Good thing about these levels is, you know, I can just grab a few boxes as I go. Yeah, I'm racking up the lives just sort of naturally by, I mean, mostly grabbing life boxes, but I am getting fruit along the way too. And yeah, in levels like this where you have to take a certain route anyway, then you may as well just clip the boxes on your way past. So it's a good opportunity to grab a few fruit while you're at it. Right, boss number 2. 2 of 5. It's going well. It's going very well. Maybe I should get Crash 2 downloading in the background. There are roughly 294 recorded speedruns under 2 hours, so it should be pretty doable. Okay. Now you're gonna done it, then crystals are mine. It's a pretty decent Aussie accent, Cooley Wooley, I think. Oh no! Keep moving. Okay, I'm trying to do the speed hack version of this. I did it. I'll show you on phase 2 what you're supposed to do. So you're supposed to dodge his attacks, which come at you from above. And then when he's done, he starts shooting outwards, destroying the sort of the crystals. And then you can get in to get him, and then you escape. But if you use the glitched high jump, you can hit him inside, and as long as you can get out again, that's how you speedrun Dingo Dial.
Thrashed me, mate. No worries, but you'll soon be up against much worse.
You thrashed me, mate. Got him. Dingo is the goat. Yeah, I love Dingo Dial. Right, there we go. So now I can do, look, 2/3 of a triple jump. Which won't be much use underwater, but we're doing dynamite first. I completely believe that a dingo/crocodile mixed animal is actually real. Yeah, it could be. I mean, you know, they do have the scariest animals down there, so it wouldn't surprise me if there is actually a dingo crocodile on the loose. They should have had a Crash character who's a drop bear. Which, for those who don't know, I mean, I think a lot of people at this rate know what a drop bear supposedly is, but it's kind of an Australian version of a fearsome critter, if you're aware of fearsome critters, which are kind of hoax, sort of practical joke, tall tale animals that people used to talk about in the kind of on the American frontier when Britain went over there, well, other countries too, and started colonizing it. There were communities of people in America who were coming up with, there's like an animal that'll eat axe handles. I think it's just called like an axe handle. Is it a cat or something, or a beaver, or and there's a hoop snake, which will bite its own tail and turn into a hoop and roll away. You know, all that kind of thing. So there are all these sort of like made up things. It's like it's a bit like how the Scots will tell Scottish tourists, well, tourists in Scotland, they'll tell them that, have you ever seen a wild haggis, you know, or if you go up to this forest, you know, you might see a wild haggis. And, yeah, a drop bear in Australia, the idea is that it's sort of, I think it's meant to be related to a koala, which of course is not a bear, but it hangs out in trees. Oh. And it will drop on you from above, and it will attack you, and it likes to, you know, bite people's necks or whatever. Okay, here we go. Wish you could take him with you. He's so useful. Right, I might actually be better off doing this rather than trying to skip round it. There we go. Safer. Skip the bonus. Okay, off we go. So I think this second pterodactyl. I don't know where. I think it might. Yeah, I think it's that one there. Maybe. If you let it grab you, it will take you off to the secret level, which is nice. We did it! I saw a domesticated haggis, says Cooly Wooly. Oh, well, lovely. Don't feed your axe handle to a beaver. Well, yeah. A Chazwazzer. That's an odd name. I'd have called them Chazwazzers. They're like kangaroos, only they're reptiles, they is. Indeed. Pterodactyl. Yeah, Terrence. Anyone go to school with Pterodactyl? How's he doing now? Ben went to school with Pteranodon. Oh, which he gets grief for, apparently. I do think my rate of death is just slightly creeping up. Just a little bit. Oh no, not again. See, normally when I'm streaming a game and, you know, I'm dying and I'm redoing certain areas over and over, I feel bad about it. I'm like, oh man, this isn't very exciting viewing, and I need to up my game and so on. On this occasion, I'm probably bringing deep joy to many of you who bear 18,000 points between you or more, because every time I die, got a better chance. Okay, here we go. Oh, I hate these things because, again, their hitbox is a little bit tricky. Oh man, I think this might actually be. This is up there with my least favorite, or down there with my least favorite levels in this entire game. Don't really like the plain ones very much. And I'm also not really a fan of the... Oh! Not really a fan of the... which ones was I going to say? The motorbike ones as well. Not... Oh, Jesus. But yeah, this is... Yeah. This is maybe my least favourite level in the whole game. And it is mostly because of these things, actually. I do just really struggle with them for some reason. I think they slightly suck you in as well, so you can't just sort of stand on the spot, as it were, the underwater equivalent of standing on the spot, and wait for them to be over, because if you're too close, they'll get you. Okay, we've got a checkpoint. That's good news. Crystal, can't forget that. I'm stuck. Okay, look out for the electrics. Oh boy. No, it got me. And there's a checkpoint right there. God damn it. Should have killed the fish, I think. You can swim through them while they appear to still be spinning. The last couple of frames are safe, but he used his secret second twitch to... Hang on. Can't read this at the moment. To bet on option 2. Yeah. Yeah, I could have thrown the competition, couldn't I? I wonder if that's illegal. I wonder if that's against the Twitch terms of service to bet on yourself with Twitch points. That was kind of intentional, really. I didn't really want to use that thing anymore. Oh, although it probably would have saved me from that. But you know, again, it's not that easy to sort of navigate when that thing's going. Oh, did I miss the checkpoint? Or I'm a bit confused as to where I am now. Yeah, I did, didn't I? On the one where I died to the fish. There's a checkpoint on the ground right next to it, and I must have just not grabbed it. Yeah, right here. Okay, let's get it this time. There, right. Boot scooted right over it. It's driving me crazy. Normally when you see this building, it means you're nearly at the end, but let's use this to kill the fish. Oh, and blow some stuff up. Yeah, see, actually I should have kept it for the nitros. Oh, there we go, I did it. And now we'll never, ever play that level again. Tough one. Lock in, Peter, you got this. Yeah. This one is a pain to get the gems in. It is. I really don't like that level at all. It's got the red gem in it as well. Right. High time. It's high time we played another level set in a very accurate rendition of the Middle East. Until your next Crash 3 playthrough. Yep, I know. I'll be playing it again in due course, for sure. Yeah, it is definitely going to get harder, he says, dying instantly. What I really wish I had is the tornado spin. I'd be able to get over all sorts of obstacles if I had that, but we don't get that until... I think after this boss, actually. I think we get it after Entropy rather than Engine. So it won't be long before we've got it. Yeah, and then Engine gives us the bazooka. Just need to be a bit more careful, I think. Oh. Get those while I wait for the carpet to come down. Right, I sometimes miss this crystal because I jump round to the left and don't even see it because I'm so locked in all the time. You know, pro gamer. Whoops. Have another go at that immediately. That empty wireframe there is not for a gem platform, it's a death route. So if you can get to that point without dying in the level at all, then it takes you to a really hard section of the level. And if you complete it, I think you get a coloured platform out of it. Coloured gem. Or if not, then just a silver gem. Okay, here we go. Checkpoint, we need that. Okay, it's going all right. Oh! He does that sometimes. He'll grab the monkey bars. You can see the animation. I mean, that one was on me for not looking. But you can see the animation of him grab it. and then he'll just let go again. Again, that was very much my fault. I know when to blame the game and when to blame myself, such as there. Let's step off to the side. Okay. Oh! Now that was a quicker throw than... Is he throwing it quicker? I think the first one that he throws, because it's when you're spawning in, is not... It's not part of his normal cycle. And then he gets up to the regular speed. Don't know, maybe not. Ooh. Okay. I'm kind of glad in a way that it's getting a bit harder because, you know, we're adding a bit of drama to the situation now. Will I do it or won't I? It was very much looking like I absolutely would to begin with. I'm still pretty confident, but, you know, I think we need it to be a less sure thing. You've jinxed yourself. No more lives. Oh my goodness me! I've got no more lives. I've really gone through those in the underwater level and this one. Well spotted, Coolie Wooly. Well, let's finish the level at least. See, it's because I'm not grabbing lives as I go. Generally, I mean, I'm grabbing life boxes when they're there, just lives that are ready to go. But I'm not grabbing fruit. Could do with it. Yes, this is exactly the kind of level I could do with to farm a few lives now. Good. Okay. This is double header. These guys will wreck you. I'm just going to grab a bit of fruit as I go. Not much. I'm not going to stop for everything, but I'm going to sort of smash the question mark boxes. I'm not going to smash the plain ones. And I'm not going to smash the stripy ones. I'm going to grab fruit like this as I go. But, yeah. Just a little bit of life farming. Do I risk it? Yes! Skills to pay the bills. Okay. See, already we've got 3 lives. That's good. Okay, good. 5 lives. It's as easy as that. It's good when I say it's easy, because that's normally when things like that happen. Went back for the fruit, got a non-consensual kiss. Not good. Okay. Wizard? A wizard? Okay. Can you tell that I'm concentrating? I've gone very quiet. Nearly there now. Okay. We're clear. We're home and dry. Bonus levels as well are a really good place to get lives, and we're not doing any of the bonuses, so... Oh, have I missed a level entirely? Or have I missed a crystal? Oh, I've just not done Road Crash. Okay, cool. Do. Well. Okay. So we're about halfway. And actually, you know, we're halfway through the stream by the usual scheduling. We're a bit less than halfway through the 2-hour clock I've got going. It's down to 1 hour 15 now. So a speedrunner would be pretty much done at this point. Or a world record holder, anyway. I, on the other hand, am not pretty much done. I've got... Oh, if you hit that sign with the alien on it, that's how you get to another one of the other levels. The secret ones. So, yes, I'm... the levels are getting harder. Oh, there's a poll. I bet yes and still believe. I bet no and... Oh, not a good time for me to read that. Although I bet I had, because it'll vanish, I think. I bet no. Oh, it's an even split. Okay. So someone bet no and still doesn't. I can see where you're coming from. Like here, for example, I'm in 4th place. Am I still gonna... Am I gonna do it? I need to overtake these guys before the end. Okay. Oh, can I do it? I think there's a boost near the end on the final straight. Just need to get this guy now. Oh, I think I'm just gonna... Oh! Yeah! Just edged it, as it were. Where was the I bet yes and now don't believe option? Asks Cooley Wooly. I hope that's not you. Right, another boss. Boss 3 of 5. It was an option, but no one picked it. Ah, fair enough. You little vermin. Okay, we're gonna get him. The way this clock falls off, with a little bit of squash and stretch, as they call it in the animation industry, is absolutely sort of desecrated in the Insane Trilogy. It just sort of slides off and falls down. It's the worst thing about the entire Insane Trilogy is how that clock falls off the edge. It's just very kind of emblematic of the way that game was remade. You know, in a lot of ways it looks nicer, but in some really important ways it looks so much worse. I'm getting the worst combination of platform shapes here as well. These are slightly randomized from a set of several. And some of them are easier to navigate than others. Okay, here we go. Got him. And now we've got Tornado Death Spin, I think it's called. Death Tornado Spin. Yeah. So now we can spin a lot more in a single spin. It lasts a lot longer, which is good for kind of, you know, you're essentially invulnerable when you're spinning. And we can use it to glide as well, which is pretty cool. Right. So now we can do this to cross distances. Or just sort of stay in the air longer if you need to, for whatever reason, if there's like a hazard underneath you or something like that. So we've got a couple of tomb levels in this one. Sphinxinator is a relatively standard one. It's much like the other kind of Egyptian levels that we've seen already, but there is a particularly tricky one coming up. shortly, called Tomb Wader, which is a very good name because it's about a tomb that is filling with water at all times. Oh. Well, the mask saved me there. Oh. Okay, whoops. So you can actually use your death spin to get over certain gaps like that, if you do it right. But the camera doesn't come with you, so you have to know what you're doing. Cost me several lives to do that, and it wasn't worth it. But, you know, that's when I lose these challenges, when I stop to show you stuff. I'm like, oh, here's a cool thing, you can do this, and then, you know, it all goes wrong for me. Honestly, I might be as well to just game over at the start of, like, the next level or something, and then I'll just instantly gain 4 lives. It only cost me about 10 seconds. Got 2 lives now, though, so we'll just keep going. I don't think I'll do any game over exploits. I'll just sort of grab what fruit I can. When it sort of feels sensible to do so. Oh no, my mummy. What is the challenge, has Puddle of Lemon? Have you just joined? Yeah, looks like it. The challenge today is simply to get to the end as soon as possible. It's kind of a speed run, but I don't have a clock ticking because I've not learned any speedrun strats. I just know a few things about the game, and I've probably picked up 1 or 2 speedrun strats from just watching speedruns on this game, because I do like to watch the Sprash, what do they call it? The Sprash community, the Spyro and Crash speedrunners. When they're on GDQ and stuff like that, I think it's always good to see. So, you know, there's something. Oh, whoops! There's something really weird in this game that you can do. I think you can do it in the PS1 version and not just the Insane Trilogy, but they call it Hobbs sliding or Hob sliding. Named after, is he called J Hobbs? I think. A guy in the community who, if you like start a kind of a weird combination of sort of slide spinning on a sort of an upward slope. I have no idea how it works, but you can chain together essentially infinitely a chain of slides and spins that when chained together properly like that. You see how Crash is leaning forwards when I skid and spin like that. There's like a diagonal sort of tilt to his spin. Oh no, did it again. When chained together, you can. It's like the fastest way to move in the game, and so I'm aware that that's a thing, but I have no idea how to do it, and it's really difficult to maintain it. Apparently, once you get a chain going, if you like bash into certain things or any number of things can kill your momentum. Okay, here we go. Grabbing all this fruit as I go. Oh, got my crystal. I thought the worst part of the Insane Trilogy is when you couldn't jump around the architecture where the giant snowball was housed and the rope on the high road, structural issues. You could still kind of jump on the rope on the bridge levels, not as easily, but it was still doable. But yeah. Right. So this is one of 2 plane levels. This is Bye Bye Blimps. And the only annoying thing about this is the Hun who are here to shoot me down. And they will come and they will shoot at my plane. At the moment, I'm alright off them actually. They're not being too mean to me. Managing to shoot them myself, but... So the object of the game is to simply shoot down all the blimps. This is a lot harder when you're going for 100%, trying to get all the boxes. You know, if you're just going from one blimp to the next, it's not too tricky actually. But you know, I do hate it when they come in for their attack run and they get you good. But they only take one hit each, fortunately, so it's not too bad. I've not done a very optimal route for hitting all these blimps, but sure, we're fine. They mostly only attack you from the front, or maybe exclusively from the front, so I'm just going to try and hit this health box because I think they have lives in them. It makes the life noise. But anyway, there we go. That's the first one done. The next one's a bit trickier because there are huge sort of biplanes, or, you know, LGBTQIA+ planes flying around, and you have to shoot 2 engines on them. And you can only really hit them from a certain angle, and they're moving around a lot more than the blimps do, so it is a bit trickier, but we'll see how we get on. It's what World War II was like. I think it's a bit more World War I, actually, that sort of aesthetic. The planes are very, very early planes. I don't know. I think it's similar. It's kind of in the midpoint, really. It's hard to tell exactly what, but you know, people certainly make that mistake about Hogs of War. People think that Hogs of War is a kind of a World War II themed game, which it's not. It is specifically meant to be. Well, it's not meant to be World War I because it's set in a fictional world, but it's themed around World War I style combat and that whole kind of world. Oh, okay, worth it for the checkpoint, I think, in this level. It'll get a bit tricky. Grab a few crates as I go, again, if I can. Oh, that looked like it was going to be a special crate, but it's not. Just because it was tucked away, I thought that'll be a life, but it wasn't. Yeah, those who aren't familiar or, you know, kind of paying a huge amount of attention to what crates are giving me what contents, these plain looking ones with the sort of the X on them only give you 1 fruit at a time, guaranteed 1 fruit. Question mark ones give you either an assortment of fruit, which I think is randomized. I don't know if it's completely random or if it's like, you know, some of them are set to give you a large amount versus a small amount, or if, you know, it might just be absolutely a random number. Some of them definitely are set to give you a life, but you just can't tell that that's what they're going to give you, so it's a bit of a mystery. Basically, you don't quite know, unless you're potentially, if you've like completely memorized the game, you don't know what's going to come out of a question mark crate. It might be quite a lot of fruit, so they can be worth going for. Oh, am I going to get past the anchor? Yes, I did. And yeah, some of them do contain just a whole, an entire life. Oh, they're like that one up there. But others don't. Sometimes they'll have 1 fruit in them. So that's why you'll see me sometimes going for question mark boxes and, you know, almost running straight past the plain looking ones. I mean, I may as well be spinning anything that I'm walking past, but yeah. So 19, Future Frenzy. How are we doing for time? I've been going for still less than an hour. It's an hour and 2 minutes countdown. So I'm still feeling confident. I think those of you who risked your hard-earned points on me may be in for a reward today. But But, you know, the game really does start getting tricky from here on in. Or here on out, according to taste. So I am going to just focus a little bit more on... Oh, I was on a treadmill there. I forgot that's going the other way. Slowed me down. Focus a little bit more on getting through as I go. Just to avoid any game overs, because, as I say, it wouldn't normally... It's not so bad getting a game over as such, because you will just spawn in with a new set of lives, with like 4 or 5 lives. But if I get a game over right at the end of a level, that will kind of suck. So, you know, particularly one of these difficult final levels. So I think it probably is worth me making sure that, you know, ideally I'm entering each level with 10 lives or whatever. Just being a bit more careful. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Which war is the Unholy War set in? Potentially World War IV, it feels like. Oh! Yikes. Okay, it's going alright. But I am having to focus. Oh, I thought he was going the other way. I thought he was going to fly away over the pit. But no. He ate my mask. My mask. Oh, saved it. Not quite got the slide jumps down here. I'm doing it a bit wrong. I don't know if I'm sort of doing some kind of... If I'm doing like muscle memory from the wrong game or something, like the Insane Trilogy or Crash 4 or something. It's not quite behaving how it feels like it should. And that's... I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the game or the emulation. It's me doing it wrong or expecting a slightly different feedback from the game. So you'll see me doing a lot of weird double jump. I mean, 2/3 of a triple jumping, because it's kind of being a bit funny. Well, it's not being funny. It's just behaving how it should. But yeah. Okay. Cool. We've got one more level left in this penultimate warp area, and it's Tomb Raider. And this could be a bit tricky. Hopefully not in here for an hour tricky, but let's see how we go. It's all about timing, really. You want to start your run just as the water goes down, like it was doing there. So here, for example, that's going down. I'm going to run. I'm going to stop here while it comes up to waist height. And then again, when it goes down, I mean, again, you can sort of start going early and stay above the waterline like that while it's still high up. If you want to use your special spin. But it's a bit risky. Like that. You know, you can kind of start going. This is no longer a speed run. It looks like TP is collecting boxes now. I had to step away. Oh, is this no longer a speed run? I am collecting boxes a bit more intentionally now because we got very close to 0 lives. I'm not collecting all boxes, but But you know, we're on the last couple of tricky levels now, and I'm fairly confident time-wise. If I'm not gonna be sort of dying and game overing, so it feels like to me a worthy trade-off to grab a few high-value boxes as I go. So that I've then got enough lives to not get a really sucky game over right towards the end of a level that I've fought hard to get through. Like this one, for example. You know, if I was on... Oh, you know, I'm on a half-decent number of lives now, but we got all the way to the end of Tomb Raider, and I was on 0 lives or 1 life, and then I had a couple of unlucky timings on the water. It could be really bad, so that's why you've stepped away for a moment and then come back to find me collecting lives. Yikes. Oh, no, I'm going to drop down the crate if I do that. Drop down the cliff, sorry. Pit, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that was close. Oh! Jeez! Bit hairy, some of this. Fruit. Okay. Off we go. Grab those, and get up here. Okay. Okay, cool. Did it. I thought that bandicoots know how to swim. I mean, I'd have thought so. I think so. Hello, Rye Wi-Fi. Glad you're a fan of the game. Yeah, sorry for those of you who have been chatting away and I've not been able to keep up with you. I'm dealing with speedrun conditions here. Might be misremembering, but can you not quit when you have the crystal and it still counts? Oh, not sure about that. Can't say I've ever seen an any % speedrunner do that before. So this is the level where we fight a mech. On the moon. We're in Coco's special spaceship. And the cat, which I've heard some people call Pura, because his name is P-U-R-A, but I would have thought it's pronounced Purra, as in it's an animal that purrs. He's going to come to our rescue in a minute. Ready? The Zord. There he is, he's sitting in the back. I never used to notice him sitting in there. I thought, like, the ship just sort of upgraded a bit, but no, he comes along. He's sitting in the little pod at the rear of the thing. I don't know how I never noticed it until the Insane Trilogy came along. It was a lot clearer that he was sitting in there. I was like, oh, nice. How do you, any long-time Crash fans, how do you pronounce the cat's name? Waiting for the... There it is.
Yeah.
Happy 420 BBBB blazing my dudes Lord 16 down. Since we are totally not all gambling addicted, here are some betting jokes for us. What do you use to gamble on vacation?
The game is loud. I can tell how loud it is because I can't hear the
Why
alert.
is the Dalai Lama suffering from a gambling addiction? Because he loves to bet.
Theoretically possible.
What do gamblers drive? A Chevrolet Hellboy. Why wouldn't the sesame seed leave the casino? Because he was on a roll. Ah ooh ooh. What do you call an iguana that runs a casino? The Lizard of Oz. Hi.
Wait, what? It's 420, everyone. Blaze it, my dudes. Ghost Ship always pronounced it like Purra. Yeah. I pronounce it like the cat one. Yeah. I think maybe most people don't pronounce it Pura, but when I say people do, what I mean is Ben does. Ben was a big Crash Team Racing fan. Oh, I've only got 12% health left. Oh, just managed it. Oh no, wait. Oh, thought that rocket was going to get me at the end. Phew, that was a close one. It's the sex number, my dudes. Thank you, Lobrotovich, for blazing it there. And thank you for the bits, more importantly. I might be misremembering. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. I don't think you can quit when you've just grabbed the crystal. I don't think you can just grab it and go. You might be thinking of Spyro 1. When whatever you've collected, you can just exit level in that game, and you get to take it all with you. Whether that's freeing dragons or collecting gems. So maybe that's what you're thinking of, but as far as I'm aware, you can't just grab the crystal and exit in Crash 3, because I'm pretty sure I've never seen an any percent speedrunner doing that, and that would definitely be a big time save if it was doable. Right, we've now got a bazooka, which slightly changes the game, if you'll pardon the pun. Means we can, clear guys like this out of our way immediately, without having to get up there and spin him. You can deal with this bloke, although you don't actually need to use a bazooka on him. You can wait till he, presents himself. I'm not sure why he does that. And you can just spin him instead. Like that, for some reason. Even though, quite clearly, he's designed to be shot at. But sure. Whoops. Fume. We got zapped. So, definitely, these last 5 levels are going to be the toughest that I have to do today, but it's just a question of, are they going to be that tough that they're going to... Oh no. I want all that fruit. That they cost me the run. Given that we've got 49 minutes to go, we should be alright. As long as I can complete each level and the final boss within 10 minutes each, we should be fine. So actually, it's going to be... I'm not going to be left with bags of time, I don't think. Because actually, the final boss fight can be a bit of a slow process. If you just get unlucky and die, then it costs you a lot of time. I mean, if you get down to the sort of the final, his final block of health, and then you fall down the hole or whatever, you have to do it all again. So that could take me. That one could definitely, legitimately take me 10 minutes if I just have a bit of a bad run. Oh man, I keep thinking there's just enough space for me there, but there's not. And I'm down to 5 lives again, so I could get unlucky on this level or a future level. Well, we're on a future level right now, I think you'll find. And end up with the game over. So it is all still to play for. I need to be using my bazooka, really. That's what this level is sort of designed around. You've just unlocked your bazooka. You want to know, like, that's what that's about as well. I think the whole idea is you're going to use it there. TP will 1000% finish this in time, and then in brackets you put jinxing. I need all this precious fruit. Oh, spikes. Okay. Damn it. Went for my bazooka. Missed. Ran out of time. Okay, cool. Okay, got him. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm doing a lot of noises, aren't I? A lot of noises. robot urchins. They are a bit like that, aren't they? And when you shoot them and they flip upside down, they remind me of... have you ever... You shouldn't do this, by the way. I only used to do this when I was a very small child. When I was like 8 and I didn't know better. Have you ever kicked a limpet off a rock? You know, like limpets, barnacles, that are absolutely glued down to rocks, and you feel like that would never ever come off ever. If you surprise them, if you shock a limpet, it will come off. So you might never have noticed really, but if you see a limpet on a rock, if you sort of grab it between your fingers and try and push it, it will probably move by about 1 millimeter and then suddenly go rock solid, and that's because they grip down. Because they are an animal. You know, it's because they're not... I don't think they're constantly, like, holding on really, really tight. But as soon as you try and move them, they'll clamp on. But if you basically sneak up on a limpet and whack it with the toe of your shoe, it will come off. And then on the inside, they sort of they look like this. Oh no, you have to shoot it, don't you? But don't do that. That is literally animal cruelty, and I have not done it since I was single figures of age. An older relative who was a bad influence taught me that you could do that, and I thought it was interesting. I did kind of... It was slightly from a naturalist point of view that I thought it was interesting, because I was able to see what was inside a limpet for the first time, and I don't think I really understood at that age that they were animals and that they weren't just like shells glued to a rock. I didn't realise there was a whole, like a muscle in there or whatever it is, you know, like a shellfishy thing. Very shellfish of me to kick them off the rock, though. Right? Anyone? Oh, I missed the boost. That might cost me. Mr. Boost, of course, did teach at my school. Now, of course, gives away millions of dollars on YouTube. Okay. There's a boost. Can't read the chat at the moment to see whether people are, you know, admonishing me for abusing barely multicellular organisms at the beach as a child who didn't know better. But you should be. I hope you are admonishing me for doing that. Okay, here we go. Badoing, badoing. I wonder if there are cheats for this game that allow you to unlock... That might cost me my first place. Probably will. We'll see, though. Oh, well, that's definitely cost me the first place. You can't actually restart the level from the pause menu. You have to... Well, I could exit to warp room, I think. Do I have a chance of still getting first? Probably not. Oh, jeez. Surely not. I'm missing all these boosts as well, and I've got to be grabbing at least some of them. See, this is the end now. Missed a boost there as well. It was pretty close. I was nearly second. I got a podium finish, but that's not enough to get the pink crystals. Bad Tiny Peter from the past. I know. Can you imagine, Peter? We are discussing cancelling you at the moment. Well, fair enough. What the hell is a limpet? Asks War Turtletail. A limpet is a barnacle. I don't know if they're one and the same, but they are essentially the same thing. If you know what a barnacle is, then that's what... I don't know if that's just a UK-US thing that we call them limpets, or if there is a distinct difference between the two. But people rolling in to cancel me. Hey, you know, it's all fair. I do deserve the cancellation. It's so off-brand as well, isn't it? Like now, if you think about the Peter Austin that you know. I mean, it's on brand for me to be interested in shellfish, I suppose. That's a pretty Peter Austin sort of anoraki kind of interest that you might expect me to have. I mean, I don't actually have much of an interest in shellfish. I don't know anything about them, but, you know, wildlife, I guess. But, you know, you'd think I would only want to study them in a legitimate way, such as going to a museum where I can see the inside of a limpet rather than kicking one off a rock. It's exactly the sort of thing I would get really cross about now if I saw it in action. See, I'm predicting these police cars a bit better now. I think if I smash through here... Oh, no, it's not worth it. Well, it is worth it if you then get the boost, but I sort of had the worst of both there by smashing through it and then not getting the boost either. Okay. Okay. I'm doing alright. The boost here, don't go up the ramp. Get the boost instead. Oh, and then you hit the rough dirt and it slows you down. I'm in first though, so we should be alright. There will be a guy hot on my heels though. We should be okay. You can miss that last ramp if you're unlucky, and then that will almost always cost you the race. Okay, there we go. I've checked the crystal quit thing I mentioned before, and it works on Crash 2. Oh, I did not know that. That is interesting, Crump. Thank you for that. That's useful information. Limpets and barnacles are actually entirely different. Limpets are mollusks like clams, while barnacles are crustaceans like crabs. Really? I'm probably just using one of those words wrong then. Right, limpet is definitely what I thought it was. Barnacle. Alright, yeah, I guess they do look different. They kind of look similar from a long way away. Or when drawn as being stuck to the bottom of a ship in a cartoon, but yeah, I guess they are quite different. Well, limpets then is what I'm talking about. I'm not that familiar with barnacles, but you get limpets all over the place on the British coast. You probably get barnacles as well, I'm just too ignorant to know that they're there, but yeah. It was limpets what I used to kick off of rocks. Oh! Are you saying all sea creatures look alike? Says Clumboli. Yeah, you know what? I am. And they should go back to Sea Creature Land, where they belong. Coming over here, sticking to our boats. I voted for Lexit. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to leave the Limpet Union. I don't think that it will be... I think I've got the sort of the naming convention a bit wrong there, but yeah. Make America. Oh, okay, that guy's a bit scary because he has a really short... He just walks back and forth on the tiny little area. What was I saying? Make America freshwater again. Although I think you can get freshwater limpets and barnacles, so even that doesn't work. Here he is, the scary man. Oh, there he is. Doing his short walk. Right, let's wait for this to... Okay, there we go. You can actually get these guys in the window there, like that. And they stop throwing their stuff. There's a life. Will I make it? I made it. Lots of fruit. Very few lives. You know, if I'd not been gathering all the fruit that I've been gathering all this time, I would have game overed by now. So, I mean, in a way, I've quite nicely optimized my fruit gathering because, you know, to come down to 0 lives or 1 life or 2 lives, I've basically been gathering exactly the right number of fruit and lives as I should have done. Any more and I would have gamed over. Any less or fewer and I'd be wasting... No, sorry, any more fruit and lives, I would have wasted time. Any less or fewer, according to whatever you want to say. And I would have had a game over. So that was Flaming Passion. We've got 2 levels left to do, and I've got 36 minutes in which to do them. So, again, we're on about a 10-ish minute per level thing, because we've got 2 levels plus a boss fight skip. This one could potentially take a couple of goes. See, this feels World War I to me. And actually, I think there might be an Axis symbol on these ships here, on these planes here, or is it just an N? It's a Neocortex N. Is it not an Iron Cross or whatever it's called as well? No, just wishful thinking on my part, I suppose. But certainly, if this was supposed to be World War II, I would not expect the equivalent symbol to be on there. No, it's an N, look. So this one is trickier because it is harder to hit these engines. There's 2 engines per plane. You're being shot at all the time. There are fewer planes to deal with than there were blimps. In fact, before I head over to that corner, let's get this guy. But yeah, you are being shot at constantly by these nasty buggers, the Hun, and they will take a lot of health in one. Fortunately, you can't crash and die. Crash Bandicoot. Okay, there we go. So if you press square, you can do a spin like that, and I think maybe while you're doing that, you're sort of invulnerable to fire. Yeah, you are, so it's a way to conserve a bit of health just by doing... Let's try spinning. That's a good trick, you know, do some tricks when you're under fire. Oh. Without any spoilers at all, has anyone watched Adolescence on Netflix? Because I've seen so much about it, people getting, you know, really singing its praises. And my wife watched the first episode. Oh, I'm gonna die on the weekend. Oh, yikes, that was close. And I was like, hey, what are you watching this without me for? I've heard about this, I want to watch it. So she said, oh, that's fine, I'll happily start it again from the beginning. So we're going to watch that tonight, which is the start of it. But I'll tell you something I love in film and TV is long single-shot scenes. One of my favourite films of all time is Children of Men. That has some brilliant sequences in it where there is at least the illusion of a very, very long, extended action sequence. It happens 2 or 3 times, I can think. Well, it happens frequently, but there are 2 or 3 really, really good ones that are actually, when you look at it, they are stitched together a little bit, but it certainly feels like one long, unbroken take. And I hear that the first episode of Adolescence is at least presented as one gigantic take. And I've seen the way it's being reported, it's as though it actually is one take, and it's not got they've not done any trickery where they've stitched 2 things together. You know, a bit like I'm a big fan of Steve Pemberton and Reece Shearsmith as well, their work. Really like League of Gentlemen, Psychoville, Inside Number 9, and there was a brilliant episode of Psychoville that was presented as though it was a full half hour that was all done in one, which it wasn't. I think it was done in 3 chunks, and you can when you know what to look for, you can see the cut points in it. But again, it's presented cleverly, and there's the illusion of one big take. So I'm looking forward to even just that aspect of it as well, kind of from in terms of cinematography and the directing of it. Sounds really impressive. But the themes as well sound pretty interesting. So the single camera shot in Goodfellas is my favourite. Can't say, for my sins, can't say I'm aware of exactly what that is. I know what Goodfellas is, obviously, but I'm not familiar enough with Goodfellas to know that there is a good single camera thing in there, single shot thing. Haven't watched enough of it. I've started a conversation now about something I'm kind of interested in. I want to hear what you guys are saying, or see what you guys are saying, but I can't do it just yet. Oh, yikes! Crocodile nearly got me. Okay, made it. One-take scenes are some of my favourite things. The restaurant walk in Goodfellas made me do film at college and uni. Oh, that's two of you mentioning Goodfellas then. That's great. Each episode is shot as a single take. I did not know it was more than... I hoped that it would be the same in subsequent episodes, but I only knew that it was true of episode 1, so that's cool. Never heard about Adolescence, but considering Severance, says Coolooly. Yeah, I've also heard good things about Severance, but not yet tried it. Adolescence is good, but would say it's a hard watch because of the story it portrays. I mean, yeah, I'm aware of the themes, and I'm not saying it's going to be a delightful walk in the park, but I think it's an important topic, so I'm looking forward to that. Half an hour left.
I'm sorry. This is the part where I'm supposed to be angry, full of rage, incensed beyond belief. Once again, you have outsmarted and outspun my best henchman. I should be rather upset, shouldn't I? And in fact, we're furious! But it seems you have overlooked one small detail, little orange delivery boy. Now that you have gathered all the crystals, all we have to do is take them from you!
Just take them from you! Okay. Good music here. Crash Bandicoot for the last time. Give the crystals to me. What do you mean I've played this game too much? So we've got the masks fighting each other, while Cortex and I also fight each other, which is a fun little thing. Oh. Of course, it's not so fun when you bounce off his shield and land in the deadly zap, but we should be good. So as long as this doesn't take me half an hour, some of you, a select few of faithful, trusting people could be quids in. I did say this might take me a few goes, but I don't think it's going to take me half an hour. But hey, you never know, do you? You never, ever know. Cool. Look out for them. They follow a set pattern. They do one half of the arena first and then the other half second. Figure of 8. Which I wasn't following. See now, we've only got 2 lives left. And every time you die, you have to start again. So, hey, this could take me half an hour. If I die twice more, because I'm not getting any fruit in this level. So I won't be able to... I've got no spare lives coming if I clip one of these mines, or I get zapped by the masks, or, you know, he shoots me or whatever, then I could be in for a game over, which will cost me some time. It won't cost me that much time. It's just a very, very long respawn. Because I'll just be booted out to the walk room and I'll jump back in with 4 lives or something, but... Oh, I nearly got done in the same place there. Okay, that's 2 of 3. Down he goes. Can we get ready on time, please? As they say in the speedrunning world. At a marathon event. Right, these masks will now specifically smash together exactly where I'm standing. So I have to stay on the move. I find this one actually a bit easier to deal with than the spinny one. Because at least you kind of know where they're going to be. And as long as you're moving... Here we go. Yeah! That's it, everyone. We'll wait for the credits to roll, any percent. So, with the timer at 25 minutes remaining.
Defeated again!
This is not fair.
Maybe I
Ready for
should
the boobs
retire
joke?
to a nice big beach with a nice big drink and a woman with nice big bags of ice for my head. It's not over, Bandicoot. There are still the gems. We still have a chance to triumph.
There we go. That was Crash Bandicoot Warped. Any percent speed run, by which I mean I just played it quite quickly. But what a lovely time. Well, I mean, it's actually, and if you factor it, you know, I was thinking, oh, you know, I've still got 25 minutes left of my stream to do. What am I going to do to fill? But actually, in terms of the stream slot itself, it's 10 to 7. So that's worked out pretty well. Nice bit of chit chat at the beginning, 10-15 minutes, killed a bit of time, and here we are. I can't seem to, I don't think I can skip these credits now, so we're gonna have to sit through them. But there we go. 177,000 points go to Chip Thompson's Thumbs and 8 others. Well, thank you to all those who had faith in me. How do I don't know if I can click on it to see all the people who got the points. It's called out Chip Thompson's Thumbs specifically, or Chris. I don't think I can sort of expand it to see everyone, but Chip Thompson's Thumbs made a very nice 15,000 from that. You should have shown us your copy of Crash 3 after all. I know I should have got my art book out or something, and yeah, I went to school with faith in me. Yeah, okay. Well done, TP. You smashed that. Hey, I feel good about, you know, I managed it in the prescribed time. That's good. I'm pleased with it. So there we go. That was. I'm sort of reluctant to voice of Dr. Neocortex and the great Uka Uka, Clancy Brown. Hell yeah, Clancy. We've got clashing music. How do I mute the game? Normally I would just pause the emulator, but I kind of want it to tick down through the... Oh, it's literally just finished. It's just faded to black. Short credits. Or shorter than I expected, anyway. There we go, so we're booted back out now. And, no platform in the middle. You have to do a time trial to a platform appears here, and then you can ride it to the bonus walk room where there are 5 other levels. But we've unlocked sprint now, so it's never worth really attempting to do your time trials until you've finished the any percent version of the game, because now, you know, you can jump into Toad Village, and with Sprint, you can very easily get a gold, if not a sapphire.
Crash, Coco, if you have already retrieved a level's
relic.
crystal, then you will find a floating clock when you enter for the second time.
Indeed, a floating clock. F's in the chat for the voice of Aku Aku, no longer with us. Clancy Brown also, I think, had a bit of a health scare recently. But I think on his socials, they sort of later said Clancy's doing a lot better, and thanks to everyone who sent their best wishes. So I think it was Clancy Brown. I might be making that up. Maybe citation needed whether Clancy Brown had a health scare recently. I think something happened. I think he wasn't doing too well, but he's doing alright. Or maybe an accident rather than a health scare. Kind of want to see if I can get a sapphire crystal live on the internet. I don't mean sapphire, do I? Platinum, I mean. Sapphire is the standard colour. That's a platinum! Hell yeah! So, there you go. That's why it's worth... GTJ! That's why it's worth waiting until you get your sprint before you start going for your relics. Lovely. Well, thanks to everyone who has dropped by today for the stream. Do please try and join me next week on Monday, where I will, at long last, be having a go of Atomfall. I'm sure I'll be playing it in my own home before then, getting used to it. I'm hoping that I'm pretty well, yeah, I have read that it does let you have multiple saves, so presumably that means I can have multiple campaigns on the go, not just multiple saves within one campaign. So that will be good, because it will mean I can start a proper run in my own time and be working my way through that. But then also, when we stream it next week, I can go from the beginning for the benefit of you guys, because you don't want to drop in halfway through wherever I am. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can start a fresh save with you guys without overwriting what I'm working on in my own time. So I'll just have a look at that and see what it looks like. But fingers crossed I'll be able to do that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be really good. So yeah, Atomfall next Monday. But in the meantime, I will see you on Thursday for the joint stream, Blaze It, over on YouTube with Ben. We will be playing some more It Takes Two. In fact, we won't, because it's the last stream of the month, so we'll be doing a sleepover stream. So that'll be a good time. And also, Ashton is, of course, surprise, surprise, you may not have heard this, but she's on holiday in Japan right now, so she won't be streaming on Wednesday. Ben, in theory, should be streaming tomorrow, as far as I'm aware. And James Jenkins streaming on Friday? Really? Crazy news. So you can expect all of that from the Twitch channel and YouTube channel this week, and normal videos going out as well. So I hope you all have a lovely week. Enjoy Atomfall if you're going to be playing it yourself, if you celebrate that in your home. And I'll catch you on Monday for some not Crash Bandicoot. Yeah? Alright then. Yeah, Ashton's in Japan. Why don't you tweet her saying, Peter says you're in Japan? Wow, okay. Crazy. Don't do that. Right, okay. Bye everyone. Bye.